Okay, we are back. I love that music, and how fitting is that music, Latin music, especially since my partner in crime and I, Jennifer Hess from Metric Fresh, we have just committed ourselves to what I thought was going to be really fun, which it is fun. It's a dance fitness 90-day challenge. We started last week, and then we ended up and failed last week. All at once. And now we're going to get back on the saddle again this upcoming Monday and make sure that we do it right this time. Week 1, that was just a practice round. But if you're interested, it is Paso Fino Dance Studio in Sandy Springs off of Roswell Road. They have a 90-day program called Dance Fitness Challenge. They take your pictures, they take your measurements at the very beginning. They do it each month as you go through 3 months. We decided to do this since gotta get in shape and I hate the gym, so why not do something fun and lose weight at the same time? So we chose dancing. So you can catch us there every Monday and Wednesday night at Paso Fino taking the fitness class. You are more than welcome to jump in at any time. It's not like it's a set 90 day and then it's a closed class. Anybody can come in and start your own 90 days at any time. So yeah. Paso Fino. There we go. All right, now moving on with our tips. Really quick sidebar. All of this progression of us and our 90-day challenge will be documented on the Donna Show website. So if you would like to go and make fun of my progress or lack thereof, you are more than welcome to, since I am putting it out to the public. All right, getting back to the topic of the day, which is grilling tips, because we are getting into that season and I love it. We were just talking about grilling and the tips of grilling your fruit and all the different fruits that you can grill. Here's a couple other ideas of what you can do with your fruit and why you can grill it. Think about this. Let's flip the switch and let's go over to desserts. Can you grill your desserts? I don't know. Yes, you can. What you can do is you can grill all these different types of fruits, and then you can, of course, what's the first thing you think of? You bring them over your ice cream, all these hot, juicy fruits, and then you take it over your ice cream, like the peaches, the apples, hot cinnamon apples, sprinkle some nutmeg over it, then pour it over your ice cream straight off of the grill. That is delicious. It adds a completely different smoky dimension to a favorite dessert that you already love. Try this. Here is another one that I bet you have never heard of before. Pound cake. Oh yeah, I said it. Pound cake. Take your pound cake, take nice thick slices of pound cake and put them directly onto the grill. No joke. And then it comes out. Make the grill marks. You want the grill marks on your pound cake. Then you can do several different things. You can take your grilled pound cake and you can either drizzle that with some heavy whipped cream, maybe some chocolate sauce. Maybe you want to take it in a different direction and do cinnamon and vanilla cream sauce, or even go crazy and do a spiced strawberry jam sauce or something like that. But if you grill your pound cake, it adds a whole other dimension of creativity that you can do. Or take it a step further. Grill your pound cake, grill your fruit, and then put that over your vanilla bean ice cream. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. And last but not least, I get made fun of here in the studio because I get so excited talking about food. Or the last thing you can do is actually take a tin foil pan or even a cast iron skillet, people, and you can actually create an apple cobbler, apple pie, peach cobbler, blueberry cobbler, anything that you want, and then literally create that. Put the dough on top. Pre-made dough is fine, and then you can put that directly onto the grill. So you're actually cooking your apple pie or your blueberry cobbler in a cast iron skillet or in the tin foil pan on the grill. It is phenomenal. So good. Wow. And then, of course, other ideas really quick. Throw some granola in there, honey, cinnamon, yogurt, sour cream. Martha Stewart says sour cream with your grilled fruits. Whatever you like, just take it outside of the box. Don't be afraid to play with your food. As parents tell their children, don't play. I say, you know what, it's okay. Because that's how you find out what you're good at, and that's where you find out where your strength level is, your skill set is if you choose to play. Don't be afraid. I think we should do another giveaway before we come back to a different set of tips. So get those phones ready. Right now I have got, now this is a little bit different, talking about getting in shape for the summer. If you would like to try out some free yoga classes or some free Pilates classes, I have got a very hefty, pampering gift certificate right here to Stability Pilates, also in Sandy Springs off of Roswell Road. It's good for 3 yoga classes or 3 Pilates classes. Free to you, expensive to me, and I am giving it to you right now. Call me right now, lucky number 4, caller number 4, 770-226-0920. Again, that's 770-226-0920. The first person, or caller number 4 of it, is the winner. We need to go to a commercial break. I'm coming right back. You're listening to the Donna Show. Hello, thank you so much for hanging tight with me this hour. I love that song, just makes me smile. Apparently I got the giggles before we were going out to the last commercial. Sorry, that happens every now and then. Alright, so right now we are going to finish our show with some other amazing tips, food tips. Today is a food focused show, and I've never really been a big entertainment fan of Martha Stewart before. However, ever since I had this job, I go to her website a lot, marthastewart.com, and it's so helpful, and you can learn so many things, honestly. And she has a cooking school, Martha Stewart Cooking School, that you can actually go and take all these lessons right there on her website itself. You don't have to pay for it. It's free. It's just something cute on her website, and every day or every week she gives you a different lesson and different things to try and walks you through it. You can, talk back and forth with somebody there on the website. It's pretty amazing. And some of the things that you've got from her cooking school is how to proper knife skills, proper knife uses, how to cut up a whole chicken, that was a lesson. How do you properly braise, that was a lesson. Roasting techniques, another lesson was how to properly poach. Getting nitpicky with rice, creating the absolute perfect rice each and every time. How to properly fry. So, these things are really interesting. And again, anybody can go onto the website, again, marthastewart.com, and you can take these things. Now, here's what's funny, is after a certain amount of classes, then you have a quiz. And I decided on the fly that I was going to have everybody here behind the scenes in the studio, which is a nice big handful, take the quiz along with you guys, and let's see, let's just go through these really fast. Now that you guys have all been here for the Donna Show for quite some time, you should have learned some of this stuff. So here's question number 1 for Martha Stewart. What is the most frequently used diameter for a cake pan? 9 inches, 11, 12, or 14? 9, 11, 12, or 14. What's the most frequently used diameter for a cake pan?
11.
9.
11.
We have one that says 9 and one that says 11.
14.
Anybody?
11.
It's 9 inches.
Oh.
9 inches is the most frequently used size pan. What's another one? The best kind of cutter for making light and fluffy biscuits is made from plastic, wood, glass, or metal. What's the best kind of cutter for light and fluffy biscuits? Plastic, wood, glass, or metal. I know which one I'm going to say, but what do you guys think?
Metal.
We have a metal.
Plastic.
And we have a plastic. It is actually metal.
Oh.
Metal. There you go. Isn't this interesting? Now we can just fly through these. Let's do some faster ones. How should you measure liquids in using clear cups? At eye level, above eye level, or above? That's one's
At eye level.
We're skipping that level.
It's in the air.
The thing is, as I click on these, you can't tell which ones are coming next. Let's go to the next one, and then this will be the last one. And you guys get the picture. You can go and test yourself. By the way, these were not the questions that I was given when I tried this one the first time. All right, here. What is another word for a rasp? Another word for a rasp. Does anybody know already? No? The options are spatula, grater, pastry bag, or a spoon. What is a rasp?
Pastry bag.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Somebody said pastry bag. Anybody else? Spoon, spatula, grater. Anybody? No takers?
Grater.
All right, the answer is a grater. A rasp is a grater. Anyway, so there you go. I was actually going to continue going through this, but I think you guys get the idea. It was really interesting, and you can learn a lot. So that was just a suggestion. Again, today is tip day, so there's another tip. Go to marthastewart.com. Learn so many different things. The one that really stuck out to me the most was how to cut up a whole chicken, and it just made me think of Julia Childs when she's teaching you how to cut up an entire duck. And in the movie, it was a really funny scene. And plus, you can go to YouTube and still watch scenes and episodes of Julia Child. And on the cooking channel, my favorite foodies, on the cooking channel on your TV, there are still every day a rerun of a Julia Child show, which I love. Last but not least, tip. Shoot, I had so many more. I always run out of time. Okay, here's the last one, and this is really good if you want to learn how to cut like a chef, where it goes fast, where you're cutting your vegetables, your leaves, your herbs, your spices, so on and so forth, possibly even some fish. Best thing you can do, especially for leafy vegetables or leafy herbs, is you take as many as you can, like spinach. I use spinach in a lot of my cooking. So I'll stack as many leaves as possible up on top of each other, and then you tightly start at one end and you roll them. Okay, almost like you're rolling a really tight cigar, something of that nature. You want to tightly roll as much as you can to a long cylinder type, and then you just start at the one edge and hold with your fingertips, and the other one start with your knife and just go down the line. It is the easiest way to cut your leafy vegetables and or spices. Again, stack them up, roll them up, cut them, and there you go. Isn't that neat? Like basil, there's a good. How many minutes do we have? 2 minutes. Okay. Like basil, that's actually a really good. That's a really good example of how to cut properly. And speaking of basil, for all you basil lovers out there, all you basil cookers, there's so many different types of basils to choose from. But I just thought this was really interesting. Some of the ones that stood out to me was they come down into different names, different brands of basil, different kinds. You have the mammoth basil, and they all look completely different. You have the mammoth basil, which they use for a lot of the pestos. You have Thai basil, which tastes more like licorice and obviously used in a lot of the Asian dishes. You have Cuban basil, which obviously gives you a really spicy kick to a lot of the salsas. A red Reuben basil, which is a red basil used in a lot of different vinegars. And then you even have the Genovese basil, which is also probably the #1 basil used for all of pesto. It's very, very, very sweet. So anyway, these are so much information that you can get from all different types of things online, different magazines. I go to foodnetwork.com. I mean, you name it. Educate yourself, guys. There's so much to do. There's so much to play with. I did have a recipe for today, as well as other tips. The recipe for today was by Rachel Ray. Actually, we got to chit-chat about it. It's her chicken meatball hoagie sandwiches. And for those people who are trying to be a little bit more keeping your little girlish figure or wanting one for the summer, it is a good substitute to have instead of your very heavy sausage spicy meatballs like I cook. So there's just a suggestion, a tip for a substitution. Instead of sausage or meatballs, try a chicken meatball with spinach or a turkey meatball with all your favorite fixings and spinach. And right now, unfortunately, I have got to go. Thank you, God, for blessing the show. I hope He's blessing each and every one of you. Make sure you write me, email me any suggestions or just your thoughts at thedonnashow.com. Get all of your information, and I will see each and every one of you next week. And now, my favorite foodies, it is that time, and you know exactly what to do. Get up and go eat something. Buen provecho.